And before I raise
the
my
old
question,
Loyola students, huh?
before I raise a question, I would like to remind the audience of something which Elongo said. He was quoting you, but it went unnoticed for the larger part. He said that you informed him yesterday that the judges must keep their eyes closed and uphold the law. And that is what is much required today. That missed attention, I thought I should draw attention to that again. And now, also, and my question would be, there's much worry about the union government impinging on the powers of the states. To what extent would Article 254, which deals with repugnancy between union laws and state laws, and subclause 2 thereof providing for the state law prevailing despite the union law when the assent of the president is received, to what extent can we use that?
See, this is a technical question in the sense there are 2 laws, one made by the parliament and one made by the state legislature. And if there is some repugnance between both the laws, then 254 comes into play. What should happen is described there. Now, if the matter is reserved for the president's assent, there is some conflict. Still, the state law can be saved under 254, provided the president gives his assent. Now, the president doesn't want to give the assent. What do we do? No, that is a raging controversy right now.
That is what I thought.
That's the raging controversy right now. Let us see what the Supreme Court decides. Yeah, you want my opinion as a citizen?
Yes.
Well, if the president, ultimately remember, president in the context of the Indian Constitution acts on the aid and advice of the Union Cabinet. So it is a view of the, so though apart from the language, I didn't see the full judgment. If the Supreme Court judgment had said, we direct the government of India to tender the appropriate advice within 3 months, it wouldn't have been objectionable, I suppose. From what the Vice President was saying, how can whether the President could be directed or not, I don't want to make this podium this thing. But Supreme Court could have simply said the government of India should take a decision because it's your advice on which the President acts. That would suffice.
If I may add there, I was informed that the worry of the states was that if such a direction is given, the governor will say, I'm above you, you can't direct me to do. The governor would say that. He will say under Article 301, I am not subject to yours.
Sir, these are all questions, political. There are no legal answers to this. If I say I am right and I don't agree with you at all, I don't accept the constitutional system. Sir, we have accepted in this country, we have borrowed it from various other countries, that the judiciary has the authority to decide whether a legislation is consistent with the Constitution or not. If I and you as judges of the court can declare a law made by the Parliament to be unconstitutional, to believe that they have no power to direct a public office holder to do a particular act, to my mind would be constitutionally doubtful. At least I will not subscribe to that theory.
Thank you.
I will not subscribe to that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
One more question from the sitting judge.
With power to punish for contempt.
Sir, whether the journey is going the right direction?
Whose journey?
Journey of the Constitution. The journey of the Constitution.
Sir, you remember my last quote from Tribe? It's essentially a compromise. It's a long march. There's no solution overnight. Overnight. Whether journey is proceeding in the right direction, it's an interaction of political forces in a democratic society. That's all. What direction it is going to take, how good it is, it's a value judgment. You may think it is not right. I may think it is right. Or I may think it is not right and you may think it is, but these are all value judgments. What is the point in making a generalized statement about it?